Hey everyone, how's it going? Josh here, and today we're going to talk about Broly and the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, because there's an interesting line in this film where they talk about Broly's power level with regards to Gods of Destructions, and basically what they say is Broly is so powerful that he may be more powerful than Beerus, and more powerful than some of the Gods of Destructions just because of how powerful Beerus is, even with regards to the other gods. Now, this is a pretty big statement obviously by Goku, but also it kind of made me think, what if Broly becomes the next God of Destruction to succeed Beerus instead of either Goku or Vegeta? Because we know Goku's been offered that type of role by Whis before, and he said no. So how cool would it be if instead of Goku or Vegeta getting it, someone like Broly gets it, considering Broly's power level was ridiculous in this movie. And that was him largely, even though Paragus did train him to some extent, that was largely him without any training near close the level of training that both Goku and Vegeta have. And I only say that because not only have Goku and Vegeta been training basically since birth, but at the same time they also have a hell of a lot more experience fighting trained fighters than Broly does. So all things considered, Broly kind of really handled his own a lot better than someone should have, honestly, even with how powerful he was, when you consider the experience plus the training of someone like Goku and Vegeta. Now obviously when Broly briefly was trying to fight Whis for that moment in the movie, it didn't really work out for him. Whis kind of dodged and swerved here and there, but honestly, besides the dodging and swerving, Broly was staying on him pretty much, and besides staying on him for a good amount of time, Broly didn't really tire either. They said he fought Frieza for about an hour, and the only reason why I say that is because he had to wait an interval of 2 fusion periods. So presumably that was about an hour, considering fusions are usually only 30 minutes each. So it really shows Broly versus even like a Golden Frieza for that period of time is pretty impressive. So if Broly ends up becoming the next in line, I guess you could say, to be the God of Destruction for this universe that Goku and Vegeta are in, what does that really mean for Goku and Vegeta? Well, I think that means they have a pretty good sparring partner for sure, but also it would be really interesting to see a new kind of tournament of power amongst the universes, but in a much more friendlier way, so to speak. Maybe the winner of it gets, I don't know, an extra Dragon Ball in their universe or something. I don't know, or maybe Xeno will spare their universe from any actions for like 1,000 years or something. I don't know, but I think it'd be really cool to see kind of Broly under the tutelage of someone like Whis and Beerus along the same type of way that someone like Toppo is basically the next in line to be the God of Destruction in his universe. Because even though we know Jiren's more powerful, of course, Toppo definitely is the one who is more so dangerous with regards to having the God Ki. And in the anime and also the manga, when Toppo kind of invoked his God of Destruction form, it was a pretty interesting moment with regards to how his transformation kind of changed him, and also kind of he was just Hakkaiing everything. So definitely be really interesting to see Broly kind of Hakkaiing everything, but also to see what his God Destruction energy infused form would be with the God Ki. I mean, I can't imagine Broly going Super Saiyan God or Super Saiyan Blue with the legendary Super Saiyan form. It'd probably just be like a Super Saiyan Green instead of a Super Saiyan Blue. Definitely would be really interesting, but comment below your guys' thoughts. What do you guys think about this Broly becoming the next in line to be the God Destruction? Because definitely he kind of checks all the boxes. Prodigy with a lot of power, check. Able to hold his own against others of Goku and Vegeta's magnitude, check. And at the same time, relatively still kind of young within Saiyan terms, of course. Basically, he's around the same age as Vegeta. So Vegeta's not that old, even though he's kind of, I think, in his 40s to 50s in like human age terms. But because of how Saiyans age, they kind of stop aging by a certain point. I think Broly would be a good candidate. At the same time, this also begs the question, what would Broly be like with God Ki? And honestly, if Broly gets God Ki, I think it'd be pretty lethal. But at the same time, I don't think it would really work well for Broly, because a big part of the God Ki, especially Super Saiyan Blue in a mastered sense, is Ki control. And that's definitely something I don't really think Broly has, because unlike Goku and unlike Vegeta, who have really had to focus on that, especially someone like Goku, who was really brought up on, really controlling his inner energy and stuff like that with his martial arts, I don't really think Broly would stand a chance at this exact moment with mastering something like that, considering he still struggles with mental mastery of himself with things such as his wrathful state form, or when he goes berserk. That definitely is a huge testimony of his lack of self-control just from a purely mental state, not even an energy perspective. So definitely be interesting to see him kind of master his legendary Super Saiyan form, similar in, I guess, a way that Kale mastered her legendary Super Saiyan form, you could say. That would be really cool to see, of course, in a future Dragon Ball Super saga, arc, episode, whatever you want to call it. And at the same time, potentially seeing Broly harness God Ki, because he was definitely kind of not enamored, but he definitely seemed kind of interested in what Goku was doing when Goku kind of became Super Saiyan God in the movie during their first fight scene, and he kind of froze and suspended Broly with God Ki energy. Definitely kind of looked like Broly was curious, like, what is this? This is kind of cool. But comment below your guys' thoughts. What do you guys think about all this? Would you like to see Broly with God Ki? Would you like to see him Super Saiyan Blue? Or a new form, kind of indicative of the fact that he not only has God Ki and legendary Super Saiyan form? What would you guys like to see? Or would you like a totally new form on top of everything else to really just make Broly further separate in his own kind of power ranking, I guess you could say, outside of Goku and Vegeta? But comment below. We'll definitely see him in the future, it looks like. So that's exciting. Hopefully when we see him in the future, it will be under, I guess, less destructive terms overall, but at the same time, it'd be pretty cool to see him under maybe the terms of Goku and Vegeta recommend him to Whis to, I guess, train to be the next God of Destruction due to just how powerful Broly is, because obviously someone that powerful, if he's not doing good things, he might be doing bad things in this type of Dragon Ball universe, with how it's kind of you're either good or you're bad. Not really that many neutral characters, unfortunately, but at the same time, Broly could be our first anti-hero that we really get since maybe Piccolo or early Vegeta. But comment below, and we'll see you guys later.